What's up? What's the shizzle calizzle? Forget my attempt to be cool. That never happened. Okay. So, Thursday is whatever I want day, and since it's One Direction week on my channel, I decided to do a little vlog slash I don't know what to call it, but whatever. I'm going to do a little throwback Thursday about how I came to know One Direction. As hard as it may seem to believe this, I was not always a Directioner. I did not know them from the X Factor. I did not watch the X Factor. I didn't even like music like that at all. Like, I enjoyed listening to it. It was calming to me, but I never actually listened to the lyrics or found out about the people who sang it. I just listened. Let's bring back first grade. Okay, I was pretty cool in first grade, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't really have a shell. I wasn't really hiding behind anything. Nothing was really bad, per se. It was really okay, apart from a couple annoying people. I'm not gonna name names, but I remember. But I had a nice teacher. Yeah. I stayed in that same school until 3rd grade, which, if I may add, is a record for my family. But So anyways, in the 4th grade, I moved. Well, we moved. My family moved. And I had my brothers to blame for that because they were throwing stuff out of the windows. And the neighbors complained and we got kicked out. No, it was not an apartment. We were living in the church's house because, well, I don't know why, but we were living in the church's house. We were literally right across from the church, so they had the power to kick us out. And the neighbors gave them no choice. We were actually pretty good friends with the people that owned the church, but they had to be fair. So we got kicked out, and we weren't even planning this, so we didn't have a lot of money. Well, I'm not going to say it like that. I mean, we didn't save up for a new house or whatever, so we ended up having to go to an apartment, and that was really bad because everybody knew each other there if it was an apartment, and we were just the new kids, which you never want to be. But they were pretty nice, apart from a couple annoying people, just like the 1st grade. I think I was the most affected by these because my older brother, he had a phone, he could contact people, he had a Facebook, I think, and my younger brothers were not even old enough to care at all. So yeah, I was the only one pretty much affected by this, I think. I'm assuming this, but the apartments weren't bad. We had a plaza right next door. It had a Subway in it. Eat fresh. Forget I said that. Moving on. So yeah, I went to a school, O'Brien, and I knew the people from the apartments there. So yeah, I had a bunch of friends. My social life was not very good, but it was okay. It was okay. I knew older people, so I was considered cool, but whatever. And then the next year, my mom made me change schools. She messed me up more than she will ever know. I'm not even going to lie. She did. I mean, O'Brien, the school I went to before, was pretty ghetto, but Sunset was hell. No sugarcoating. It was hell. I honestly never want to go there again. Never. I stayed there for 2 grades. fifth and sixth, but in fifth, I witnessed so many bullying, like so much bullying. I was a bystander to all of it. I never did anything about it because I wanted to stay out of it, and that was really selfish of me, and I really regret all of that. If I could go back, I would. Well, actually, I wouldn't, but if I could go back, I would change the way I acted. Everything. I was really into Michelle. Like, Michelle, it was just huge. It was just, like, I was like a snail. Metaphorical snail. And I hid in my shell for everything. So, I had people who made fun of me, but then they stopped because I didn't give them any reaction or whatever. But, I also had people who pitied me, so I really had no friends. I had people who pitied me. So yeah, I talked to them, and one day I was talking to them. They started talking about One Direction's new song, which was way overexposed. Like, not to be offensive or anything, because I'm a Directioner, you know that. But it was way overexposed, so everybody heard about it, even the people who weren't Directioners, including them. And they were talking about it, and they said, okay, it was good. Yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But all the other songs were stupid. And me not knowing them, wanting to be cool, I agreed with them. And I was just nodding my head, yeah. And I put in my own input, my fake input. I was a very fake person. Not really a time I would want to go back to or relive. So, okay, I'm gonna skip a few months. One day I was listening to the radio, doing my homework, because, like I told you, music just calmed me down, and, there was a lot of stress, but, it calmed me down. And then One Direction song, One Thing came on, and of course at that time I didn't know it was them, but I was just jamming to it. I was singing along, didn't even matter that I didn't know the words. I was singing along, I got used to the tune, and, it was great. But the whole year, 5th grade, I did not know who that band was, or that it was actually a band, because to me, the sounds all sounded the same, and I wasn't an actual music fan, I wasn't an actual Directioner, I wasn't a Directioner at all. I was just lost, And then in the 6th grade, there was 3 new students. One that I stay away from, forever and ever and ever. I will never, ever, ever be friends with that person. And I can show you that because that person got mad at me because I apparently gave them a dirty look. And now we never talk because she's still mad at me. And that was a year ago. A thing that never happened. Well, anyways, so yeah, one of the new kids made friends pretty fast with this girl named Isabel. They were both Directioners. And they were always talking about them. They were always sitting together, and they had the little magazines and the little books, whatever. One day I finally worked up the courage, and I went up there, and I said, and I started talking to them, and they showed me their magazines and their unofficial books and their official books of One Direction, and I fell completely in love. I fell in love with the facts. I fell in love with their faces. They were amazing, amazing. But you guys, well, if you're a Directioner, already know that. So yeah, I became a Directioner without knowing their songs. But I went home, I looked up all their songs, all the songs I could find, and I listened to them, and that was it. I finally found out who One Thing was made by, and I was like, figures. I was literally like, figures. That whole year, I was completely in love and obsessed with One Direction. And they literally changed my life. Because of One Direction, I completely out of my shell. I'm still socially awkward, but not as much as I was before. And I've learned to embrace it, really. All the flaws people see in me, if it's true, then it's true. I embrace it. It's the truth. I don't want to be fake anymore. So I'm not going to be fake anymore. People can say whatever they want about me, and I won't even, it might hurt a little bit inside, but I'm not gonna overreact. I mean, some guys might think that girls are drama queens, whatever, and I can be dramatic sometimes. But really, when it comes right down to it, I am pretty mellow, whatever that means. I think it means calm, but yeah. But, I have a lot of friends now. A lot of people know me that I don't even know, and that scares me sometimes, but, it's there. It happens. I am crazy. Nobody pities me anymore because I'm crazy. I don't care. I literally changed since preschool. I've changed so much. I'm on the honors team. I don't think I would have ever been on the honors team if it wasn't for One Direction because they helped me step out of my shell. I was participating more in class. I didn't care if people called me a nerd, which they never did, or at least in front of my face. But most of the guys were scared of me, and I liked that. I really did. And I had a lot more friends than I had before, and it's really awesome. Now I'm in 7th grade, and I have friends, and some of them might be coming over. If we ever get a chance, they might be on my YouTube channel. Yeah. How does that sound? But, the next time One Direction is called Just a Band, next time someone calls them Just a Band, remember my story, because obviously they're way more than just a band. And if they're watching this, which is highly unlikely, I just wanted to say I will always defend you guys, because even though you may not know it, you defended me in more ways than I can even name. And I'm going to defend as much people as I can. I'm going to be their friend. I don't care if they're new. I will go up to them and I'm going to just welcome them. I don't know how else to put this. But, One Direction changed my life. Now I am a crazy ass motherfucker. Okay. Anyways, remember to comment, like, dislike, subscribe, do something. Goodbye, Jordanese.